Hey everybody, this is TotalGamerJunkie. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. So, in this video, I want to talk about why I believe the Life is Strange series should have 9 episodes. Now, I mentioned this a bit in a previous video I made a while ago about what I want in Life is Strange 3, but I thought I'd cover this more about why I want more episodes. Now, one of the reasons is that, as you all know, this game series, it focuses on different sets of characters. So, when one game is finished, we get a new one, and with new characters, new setting and that, and so we don't continue to play as the same characters. So Life is Strange 1 we have Max, Life is Strange 2 we had Sean, and in Life is Strange 3 we're going to have another character. And we're not going to really know too much about what's happened previously. Like, we did get a bit of a cameo with Max and Chloe in Life is Strange 2 from the photograph. And we do get information about where she and Chloe are when you listen into David's phone call, when he's at the RV. After you talk to him, I'm pretty sure everyone knows this now. But we don't really get much information. But even though it's a little, it's still enough to make you guess, to make you wonder. So anyways, this is probably going to happen with Life is Strange 3. Depending on what ending you got, that will determine what's happened. So that's what Life is Strange 3 is probably going to do. It's going to be like, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied here. You'll get the options like Sean tried to cross the border, Daniel agreed with him. Sean tried to cross the border, Daniel disagreed. Sean chose to surrender, Daniel agreed. Sean chose to surrender and Daniel disagreed. So it'll be basically just like that. And we'll have to choose from one of those 4 options. Just like how when you start Life is Strange 1, you choose, did you sacrifice Chloe or Arcadia Bay? Now, with 9 episodes, one of the things that could have been, like, a great example for 9 episodes would be Life is Strange Before the Storm. Now, I know some people don't really like Before the Storm, but I thought it was okay. Like, I loved digging into Chloe's backstory, seeing what she was like. And the farewell episode, that was really good too. It's like, because when I go back to play Before the Storm, I always play the farewell episode first, and then I start off with Before the Storm. So, one of the things that could have been done is, because as we all know, in Before the Storm, Chloe is 16. And we get to experience how she met Rachel and what they got up to together. And that episode 3, it jumps from when Chloe's 16 to when she's 19, and it ends. You don't see it, but you know it's Rachel in the dark room, and Nathan's taking pictures, and at this point she's possibly dead because Nathan overdosed her with the drugs because he was trying to impress Jefferson. Now, that was a big mistake in my opinion. Now, here's how 9 episodes would have made it good. So, you do everything with the episodes 1, 2, and 3. But when you get to the 3rd episode, you do show the endings. You only show a little bit of them. So, you show what happened with Rachel's parents, whether they're a happy family or not, depending on if you told Rachel the truth or hid it. You show what happens with Elliot, if he's gotten kicked out of school or not, and you also show Drew and his brother, I forget what the brother's name is, Michael or something, I'm sorry. And so, I'm pretty sure Drew was the jock guy that broke his arm, yeah, that's right, Mikey was the brother, and Drew was the footballer, so we could see what happens if he's broken his arm or not. And then you see that stuff with Nathan and Samantha. And then we see Rachel with her mum at the lighthouse, whether or not that happened. And so you stop it there. So when episode 4 comes out, if they were to make an episode 4, it could go to when Chloe's 17. So 4, 5, and 6 would be focused on when she's 17. And 7, 8, 9 would be focused on when she's 18. And the last episode, episode 9, could pick up, and it could show us with Chloe, and she's trying to call Rachel again and again, and how she's gone missing, and we can see how it leads up to her putting out the posters and that. We could see how Nathan drugged her and tried to take pictures of her, and then we could see her go into the bathroom to confront him, and then the story ends there. And then you play Life is Strange 1. That would have been amazing. So the game immediately ends right before Life is Strange 1 starts. It could end with Chloe just walking into the bathroom. Well, not walking to the bathroom, because Nathan was there first. It could end with Chloe parking outside of Blackwell, and we see her walking towards Blackwell, and then it ends there. And then we can play Life is Strange 1. Because I think that'd be really cool. So that's one of the reasons I think, like, I gotta say that would be one of my best examples on this video about why Life is Strange should have more episodes. But with Life is Strange 1, you could also, because we got 5 episodes, and at the end, sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied again. Based off your ending, we get a little mini epilogue, like I don't need to tell you, you all know what happens. If you sacrifice Chloe, then we see Nathan shoot her, then him and Jefferson get arrested. I'm pretty sure Nathan ratted out Jefferson. And then it shows through the photos what we see, and how Max has an old box, and she's looking at stuff. I'm pretty sure Joyce might have given it to her. It could have been a box of Chloe's old things, of photos of them together, and Max would be just looking through them. And then we get the funeral one. We see the butterfly land on the coffin and Max is smiling. I tell you, that song gets me every time. Like, I don't cry, but it really makes my eyes watery. That song. It's like, Forget the Horror. I don't know the title of it, but goddamn, it hits me every time. And if you choose to sacrifice Arcadia Bay to save Chloe, we see that Chloe and Max drive away from Arcadia Bay. Now, I think this really would have been awesome. Like, not awesome, but sorry, I'm just brains us all over the place. It would have been great to continue the story with 4 more episodes. So, because we only got 5 episodes in Life is Strange 1, just like with Life is Strange 2. It really would have made your choices matter at the end, because I know some people are like, oh, you got all these choices in Life is Strange, but then you only get 2 binary choices. What is this shit? Boo, boo. Like, I guess I can understand that from some people, how it may have pissed them off and that. So that's why 4 episodes, an extra 4 episodes, would have done it justice, because we could have explored both choices that Max did. We could have explored her life. Where does she go with Chloe after Arcadia Bay is destroyed by the storm? I would assume that she heads back to Seattle, and then here it could have been this is how the romance, the price field could have started. Chloe could go to Max. Max, why did you choose to save me and let the storm destroy Arcadia Bay? And you could have an option that's similar to Before the Storm 1, when Chloe's talking to Rachel. So Max would go, you could have the option of Max saying, Chloe, you're my best friend, I wasn't about to let anything happen to you. Or you could say, Chloe, you're more than just my best friend, I really care about you, and that could start the romance. On the other hand, you choose to sacrifice Chloe. We explore Max as she learns to deal with the grief of her consequence, because you'd see at the end she smiles, but you can tell that she's still sad, like, because both endings are bittersweet. That's what I love about the Life is Strange games. Even Life is Strange 2, was a bittersweet ending. I like stuff like that, gray area endings and bittersweet. I do enjoy those. And one of the things is, there's actually this fanfic that I really recommend you people read. It's called The Lights of Arcadia Bay, and I've mentioned this before in previous videos a while ago, but it's based off the ending where Max chooses to sacrifice Chloe to save Arcadia Bay. And what makes it so good is how it handles Max and how she comes to terms with her grief. And it's really well written. I recommend you all read it. I'll leave a link in the description below. I remember when there was a chapter when I first found it, because it's really hard to find fanfics on Life is Strange, because I like to read fanfics, I like to see what people put out there. It's really hard to find a fanfic a really good one that's based off the ending where Chloe dies and Arcadia Bay lives. And what's weird about this is it's a Chasefield shipping basically, but what I Pricefield all the way. I don't give two shits about Chasefield, but the irony of the situation is this is the only fanfic where I do ship Chasefield because it's really well done. It's not just smart or anything. And what's actually pretty cool about this is, like in the comics, Max experiences flickers, and she ends up traveling between realities, which I think is pretty cool. So this was happening before. This was happening in the fanfic before the comic came out. So this would have to be, when I read it, like 2017, 2018. I'm not too sure. But it was pretty good. I mean, it still is. It still holds up today, and I recommend you all read it. And there's also, while I'm speaking of fanfics, there's another fanfic you should read called Life is Strange: Eternity War. That's pretty good. I've started reading the new one, Life is Strange: Eternity War, Episode 5, New Exodus, by Wickdeline. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. And yes, I'll leave a link to his fanfic as well, which is, they're really good. It's basically Life is Strange mixed in a world that's like the Avengers movies, those Marvel movies. But anyways, I'm getting off topic here. So back to Life is Strange 1. If as I was saying, we get to explore two different paths. Why am I getting tongue-tied here? I'm sorry, this is so unprofessional. But I'm not really a professional person anyway, so what would be interesting is, as I said before, we explore Max's life after episode 5, and what would happen to her? Would she be able to cope? Would she go down a slippery slope like Chloe did after her dad died? Start drinking and smoking and dyeing her hair? Would she get kicked out of Blackwell? Because her photos allow her to travel back in time, after she did that to make sure Chloe died, would she hate photography now, or mainly flash photography, and refuse to take photos? Maybe she decides to leave Blackwell and go back to Seattle to stay with her parents, and the parents will try to help her out, who are called Ryan and Vanessa, and Max can choose to accept the help. She can just try to get better, or just stay isolated and grieve. I know she also has 2 friends there, Fernando and Kirsten, I believe their names are. So yeah, that would be pretty good. That's why Life is Strange 1 should have had 9 episodes to explore both endings. That would have been amazing. Now, as for Life is Strange 2, it would have been pretty cool for it to have life episodes. What? It would have been pretty cool for Life is Strange 2 to have 9 episodes, and we get to play them based off the endings. For example, if Sean died when Daniel was using his powers to drive the car, we could have seen how his life turned out, and after that ending scene in episode 5, we could have explored his life, find out who this girl was that left her number, and we could have seen how his life deteriorates from this point, like how he's depressed and what he's been up to lately. Even when he was under house arrest in that other ending where Sean manages to get across the border, we could have had Super Wolf and Captain Spirit adventures. That'd be pretty cool. And because they're best friends, and depending on what ending you got, like for Chris, did he get hit by the car? Didn't he? Did he help Sean and Daniel escape? And when Sean's in prison, maybe we could have experienced his life in prison. You know what I mean? That would have been pretty cool. Or if Sean and Daniel cross the border, we could see how they set up the garage business. Like how they piss off the gang and stole all their money. What happens there? So overall, really, I do think that Life is Strange should have 9 episodes. Because as I've mentioned before, in a TV series, normally 9 is since 9 is the symbol of completion on the China calendar, I believe it is, or something like that. I'm sorry if I'm getting this wrong. So yeah, I do think 9 episodes. We should have 9 episodes in the Life is Strange games from now on, so we could see the consequences of our choices when episode 5 finishes. So anyways, that's really all I wanted to talk about. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is TotalGamerJunkie, signing off.